So today I'll be teaching you a little bit about sign language, what it is, how to use it, what's important to know when learning sign language, but then also the basics, which is going to be the alphabet. What sign language is, it's going to be a language to communicate with your bodily movements, mostly with your arms and your hands. It is going to be used by someone who is nonverbal in any way, whether that it's not possible or just not desired. This is mostly going to be someone who is deaf or hard of hearing, but then also someone who may just be nonverbal in a different way. When it comes to signing, there's going to be a few important things to know. There's going to be a signing space that is basically from your torso up to give that person you are talking with a good place to focus and still be engaged in your conversation. If you're going too far down, too far to the side, or too far up, it's not going to be able to be easy for that person you are having a conversation with to focus on what you are saying. It's going to be more trying to find your hand than focusing on what you are saying and what you are trying to come across as. And there's also going to be facial and expression and body language. When you are either vocally having a conversation or using sign, these both two things are going to be important to be able to get a better understanding of when you are having a conversation. When you are of hearing, there is also tone that you are able to hear, but when you are either deaf or hard of hearing, you won't be able to hear that tone. So the facial expression in your body language is going to be really important to come across what you mean. So say if you are saying that you're sad and you have a smile, it's going to give mixed signals and might confuse the person you're talking to or not have them understand fully what you mean. So say if you were asking a question, give a shrug of your shoulders at the end and have a curious look on your face. Or if you're saying you're sad, a frown, smile. If you're happy, give a smile. And then also if you're mad, an angry expression, and so on and so forth for all the emotions. And when it comes to sign language, it's going to be different across the board. There's not going to be one of the same sign language in a different countries. There may be some who use the same, but there's going to be different from different countries. So here we use ASL, which is American Sign Language, but then in the UK they're going to use BSL, which is going to be British Sign Language. There may be some words or phrases that mean the same or look the same, but there are still going to be two completely different languages, just like Spanish and English. Those are two completely different languages. In ASL, there's going to be a sign for basically every single word in the English dictionary. When it comes to knowing a word, and someone might not know a word because there's like a bunch of words in the English dictionary. So that's when it comes to finger spelling, and that's why the alphabet is the basics of sign language. So say if you don't know a word, you can easily finger spell it to still come across what you mean in a conversation. So now I'll be going over the alphabet in sign language. So this is going to be A. It's basically a fist, but with your thumb on the side. And there's going to be B, which is a palm with your thumb across your palm. And then C is exactly what it looks like. There's a lot of signs in sign language that look exactly what you're trying to say. And then D, E, make sure it's close to your palm because it may, if you are too not close enough, it may get confused for O. And then F, which is basically an OK symbol. G, which is like a pinch but not all the way. And then H, I, and then J is going to be a swoop with the I at J. And then K basically looks like a K. L, and then M, N, O, exactly what it looks like, O. And then P is going to be a K, but down low. That is how I perceive it. It's just going to be a P, but you're going down. P, Q, Q, which is going to be G, but basically down low. G, Q, and then R is going to be basically like you're keeping a promise. Like I pinky swear, I swear. It's going to be R. S is going to be basically the same as A, but instead of your thumb right here, it's going to go across your fingers. S, T is going to be in between your pointer and your middle. This, it may get confusing because M, N, but then this is T. Then U is going to be two fingers up. V, you're just going to split those two fingers. And then W is exactly what it looks like. It's a W. W, and then X is going to, you kind of have to bend your fingers a little weird for this one, but it's kind of like a claw a little bit. X, then Y is gonna be basically like cool dude motion, and then Z you're basically just gonna write Z with your finger.